We live in a crappy world. We kind of mess things up. There are billions of people hungry every day. Disease. There will be war and rumors of war. And poverty. Seriously, the bottom 65% of our Earth's population have less than the top 1%. Disaster. It's a disaster! How did we get here? I'd like to suggest that it comes from our survival of the fittest mentality, which is perpetuated by fear. What if we weren't meant to be fighting each other all the time? I do not believe in survival of the fittest mentality, and yes, I do believe that that is something that you can believe in. Does that mean that you don't believe in evolution? No. Evolution is something that this uncomfortable Christian is ready to accept as a reality. But isn't evolution and survival of the fittest the same thing? I guess that depends on what reality you choose to live in. Whoa. Let's look at the animal kingdom. Exhibit 1. If it was truly survival of the fittest, would our largest and most fierce animals on our planet be going extinct? Like the rhinoceroses, and the lions, and the tigers, and the panda bears? Okay, I think that one's survival of the cutest. Polar bears? Really? Ants. The little crawly, creepy things that ruin your picnics. They have graveyards. They also have a dump. The queen ant is not telling them what to do. Entirely autonomous individuals. DreamWorks, you lie. There's no hierarchy in an ant colony. They use scents and stuff to tell each other, danger, don't go here. The scents just lead the ants in the right directions. Come, there be food here. Simple things like that. Keep it simple. Deer. I watched this documentary called I Am. You be cool, Tom Shadyac. In this movie, they did an experiment. I don't know if it was the movie itself that did the experiment. They might have had other people do the experiment. They just told the story of the experiment. They put cameras in the trees so that they could see what was going on. They wanted to figure out how the deer decided that it was time to go to the water. If they go too early, some of the deer won't get enough nutrients from the grass. But if they go too late, then others might not make it all the way because of dehydration. Serious decision to make. They assume the survival of the fittest. Alpha deer that would lead everyone forward to the water. But this is not what happened. When one deer would get thirsty, they put their head up, around, and watch. Another deer was thirsty. Up. Look at the head. Up. Look around. If there was 100 deer in that field, when the 51st put their head up, they all ran to the water hole, leaving that big alpha deer behind. Where'd everybody go? Not so much survival of the fittest. Emergence is the demonstration that a small set of rules can generate a complex system, like the ants and the deer. It's about spontaneous order and self-organization, with the understanding that it's still in the process of becoming, not a sum of its parts. Like Wikipedia, not centralized. There people add to it from all over the place, and it's ever growing. It's designed to be cooperative, not competitive. Decentralized, non-hierarchical, with a deep understanding that we are more than the sum of our parts, that is cooperative and not competitive, that is still becoming. Wow, that's a better theory. It's a process. This emergence phenomenon that we have observed in our natural world has created the intelligence for much of our technology. Much of our technology is based on emergence theory. We have acknowledged the functionality of this natural system to such an extent that we use it to program our computers. Maybe we should acknowledge the same system in human beings. The great thing is some people have. Gone are the John Mayer days on waiting on the world to change, and here is Kelly Clarkson for the people like us. Millennials are awesome. Now, the people are doing it. At least they try. What do you mean? Occupy. Occupy. Occupy was totally decentralized, non-hierarchical, spontaneous order, self-organization, more than the sum of their parts. Occupy. So, do we continue to believe that survival of the fittest is the only way? Will we continue to believe that war is the only way to solve our problems? Will the rich continue to be healthy while the poor continue to get sick? Will we continue to ignore our hungry neighbors? Will we continue to injure our planet with our disposable ways? Will we keep doing what's always been done, or will we learn from what we have discovered? Will we learn from what we've discovered? Will we create self-governing structures based on compassion as our strongest human instinct instead of fear and survival? Will we begin to impose our own personal rules to make this world a better place environmentally? Will we begin to notice that this planet is more than the sum of its parts? Will we begin to recognize that we program our computers to cooperate, so why can't we? We live in a really crappy world. But we also live in a time of great change. Will we emerge? Here's to the damned, to the lost and forgotten. It's hard to get high when you're living on the bottom.